The show features adults using adult language and discussing mature topics. You have been warned.
Lower decks, yeah. Lower decks.
Yeah.
It's the crew that operates the rest of the Star Trek ship.
Well,
and I'm like, this looks legit.
hello, everybody. Welcome back to
Hi,
This is
we're live,
Saltmarsh.
right?
Yes. When we last left off, the group was fighting off a bunch of zombies. We ended off with Sekald doing a really badass finisher on the last zombie. It was like a zombie assassin thing. I was trying to hide in the water. I think everybody's pretty low on everything. So, still nighttime. No sign of any enemies for the last minute or two. What you guys doing?
We need snacks. I'm getting hungry. This is really tiring.
Just, what the heck were you doing down in the basement with the other people?
I was winning gold. I rolled dice.
You were gambling while we were up here getting ourselves almost murdered.
Nobody opened the door and told me you were getting murdered.
You didn't hear my screams of anger and frustration?
You do that a lot, especially when Sekald's doing
Okay,
something
that's
that makes you
fair.
mad.
But, fair.
Okay. I mean,
I
I'm
like
here
your
now.
style, Katie.
What?
I said I like your style.
I try.
Alright, we should get inside the building. I don't like being out.
Alright, you head
Um,
towards one of the many door frames that used to have doors on them.
Hey.
I feel like we should cluster up. I don't like how they keep hitting us from both ends of the building. I feel like it might be smart if we all fall back to the kitchen
Zen Wolf
and let
CD
anybody that comes...
CT is giving a shout out to Katie. I assume it's one of your players
Hello,
from
friend.
Uncanny Adventures.
Oh no, this is one of my friends from home. Hi, friend.
Oh,
Hi!
Thank you.
you're playing Tamarot's Fate and Ghost of Saltmarsh. Sorry, go ahead.
But I don't really like how they keep hitting us from both sides. I wish we could...
We need a centralized location
Yeah,
to defend.
I was thinking we should... Because they're hiding in the kitchen, right? Like, up by here. Is that
Yeah.
it?
No,
Can you
Yeah,
send
in
that
the
link
secret
to
room?
the Roll20?
Yeah, it's the larder.
Yeah.
That's like the back room of the kitchen.
Okay. Yeah, I'll send that again
Yeah,
in
I
a
know.
second. Like...
In this
here it is.
old fortress that is now, or was a hermitage until last night when everyone got slaughtered. Well, a night before this night. Oh, thank you for the host.
Yeah, I feel like if we fall back to the kitchen, it gives us a lot easier, so we're not running back and forth across this house. Because there are still two entrances in the kitchen, but they're much closer together. So let's do that.
Certainly an idea. What if we fell back to the main room that had the balcony?
Well, then they can still come in. The thing is, the only thing we care about in this building are ourselves and that door. So it doesn't matter if they take the rest of this building. We can go through and pick them
True.
off once the sun comes up.
But we need to defend that secret door in the kitchen.
That's why I'm saying let's fall back to here. I don't know if you're in
Right.
here yet, Blake. So then the
No, I
doors
got
we
it.
have to defend are just here and here rather than, like, 120 feet apart.
That would make
Especially
defending
for
each other much easier.
Me and
too.
you who squiggle at, 25 feet around.
Right. I do squiggle rather slowly.
I don't even go a full 3 squares, man. Because the squares are 10 feet.
So,
Yeah.
So, what's the plan? Where's everybody going?
That seems the most strategic location to me would be the kitchen. If we were to fall back there, we could defend fairly easily. That would be much simpler to defend that location with only having a few doors to defend and being closer to each other in proximity. If anyone needs aid, unlike last time, we won't have to wait for everyone to catch up. It'll be much easier to defend on the smaller location. And it is the only door we need to protect.
Yeah, because we boarded up this one that goes to the exit. And
And
honestly,
without
it would be
being
a
on the-
pain in the ass to get to anyway, because this is a big cliff, I think, right?
And without
Why is
being
that
on the
door even
balcony,
there?
it would be easier for us to defend the room because we can't be flanked from above either.
I think the door's there because, I mean, you can just step outside on the little ledge and toss,
yeah,
like,
I guess
wastewater out.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
I have one suggestion.
What's up?
Considering I can get inside the room a lot easier, probably wouldn't hurt to keep me out on the balcony so that I can spot anything trying to get in en masse.
I
Yes,
agree.
but you're going to have to use spell slots to get in.
I do have a few scrolls, and I do have a worst case scenario.
I agree.
Still lets me hit as many of them as I can.
If we have a watch up top, he could let us know what direction they're coming from, and we keep
Fine with
Me?
that.
I should be the door.
right. We keep you at the main door to the inside of the building. The outside door should be watched by Jeanette and myself. Sorry,
Between me
Kate.
and Salutin, I
Kate.
think we should be very
Wrong
effective.
character.
And you're like,
Yeah, whoever is fastest should be furthest away. So I think Katie and Bryn maybe.
I can ride Cerulean at like 40
Yeah.
feet around.
I'm faster than your mount? Yeah. Sorry.
No, I agree. That does sound more sound. And I will ranged attack anything that comes within visual from the middle and move to whatever door looks like it might need my assistance.
I do have to ask, does anybody have any additional spell scrolls that I might be able to put to use out there? Because I'm running very dry.
I
you
have this
did-
potion of gaseous form,
You did find
but
4
it lasts an hour,
scrolls
so that wouldn't help.
in the library, and one of them was that control water that you used. But the other 3 you
But
have
we
not
never
identified.
identified the others.
Yeah.
I hold up a scroll and I go, "This is a shield spell."
I got an extra chromatic orb scroll here.
Honestly, I feel like you should hold on to that, Josul. You're more likely to get into combat than Sekald is.
I suppose.
Yeah, there's a greater chance of you being in close
Of-
proximity than me.
Yeah, of the spell scrolls that
that's
I
a
have
true
left
statement.
that you can use Sekald, the only 2 I have left that I haven't given to someone else are Sleep and Phantasmal Force, and I don't think either of them would work really well against undead.
I have Long Strider and Protection from Evil.
I
Next
hold out a
time
potion
the-
bottle that looks empty. Here, you can have this.
Is that a potion of invisibility?
Oh, yeah.
I have one of those too,
I have one as well.
but I'm saving it for when I absolutely need to run away.
I believe those are the potions you guys got from the initial assault on the Sahuagin
Yeah.
base.
That they are.
And you were able to
And-
convince them to let you keep it.
Yep, and I still have mine, but in the same aspect, I'm still trying to make one for Captain Zendros. So, but
No, the only other thing I have is this messenger raven. That's it.
I got one of those too. Look, I pull out a silver raven.
I also hold up a very identical silver raven.
Maybe we should have sent one out earlier tonight and been like, send help. We might die.
You know,
Nobody
didn't
would
think
get
of
here
that till
fast
just
enough.
now.
Yeah, but if we send it earlier, like when we knew what was going on, but we didn't think of it, so it's fine.
So, out of character, I feel like a complete and utter idiot. On my gauntlet, I have a single charge of shield a day.
Well, that's
Better
one
late than
extra
never.
spell.
It
Yeah.
fits the theme of how we were actually assaulted
Yeah,
in
'cause
such
you
rapid
didn't get
fashion that you
touched.
forgot about it.
Well, not to mention, you
Yeah.
never got touched. You stayed
never-
out of combat. Nothing got close enough to you to hit you.
It didn't
Why
survive
balcony
long
with
enough.
cure yourselves?
We kept the wizard alive.
Yeah, man.
We win D&D. Woo.
Mhm.
Yeah, I have a couple of yeah, I've got a good amount of cleric scrolls left that can try and help some, but
I
Well,
have
those are all my.
2 potions of healing left on me.
I have 8 potions of healing.
How
Holy
many?
crud.
8.
Yeah,
What have
he
you
never
been
uses
doing?
them, and I
Hoarding
keep giving
them?
We didn't need to use them until now.
I don't know. I've dumped a lot down your gullet.
bleeding so much.
This from the lady who has like 80,000 lanterns. Like, I don't understand why you are getting on his case about it. At least hoarding
Difference
is a
is,
useful item.
his potions are more useful. I'm so sorry, Katie.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Abby,
Sorry,
quick question.
do your lanterns keep you alive?
Mm-hmm.
Have they saved you from death?
Mm-hmm.
See,
They have not.
see,
Yes, they
watch.
have.
We're gonna have a moment where those lanterns are gonna save her life.
Abby,
Mm,
quick question for future research.
yes.
Can a lantern put off a light enchanted with, I don't know, healing touch or minor healing?
That would need to be like a magic item, though, wouldn't
That
it?
would be a homebrew magic
I mean, it would
item.
be, yeah.
So
I would
technically
say-
we could create it.
I would say it would probably actually be better suited for a spell that has a. Their stuff, yeah. We can talk after we're not about to be murdered by zombies.
By
Okay,
now,
that's
it's been about 20 minutes.
Josul,
Am I gonna get a half-hour
passive?
rest out of this?
Who
Okay,
needs
so
potions?
just
Yeah,
to
passive
recap,
potion.
I have 2 potions of healing on me, 1 flask of alchemical fire, 1 potion of invisibility, 1 potion of gaseous form. I have a scroll of bless, 2 of chromatic orb, 1 shield, 1 cure wound, and 1 revivify.
Who all needs
So
healing potions?
I am prepared in case shit gets really shitty.
I have a
I
scroll of.
say who all needs healing potions, and I immediately hand 2 to Katie without asking somebody else or waiting for her response.
Thanks.
I was
You're
gonna
going
say
to
I'm
need
fine.
these
I'm
more
made
than
of
me.
heals, but I'm really not. I have 1 healing potion, and well, no, you're fine. I have plenty of scrolls of healing.
Okay. Belikavert Bryn,
Um,
how about you?
I'm fine. I am perfectly fine.
I have.
Well,
Good.
just know that I'll be, I guess, merman on the spot with healing potions if you need me.
Oh,
I'm not very fast, but I'll squiggle as fast as I can. I'll be in
I
the back,
appreciate
so if someone needs aid, I'll move to whoever needs to.
Always
have-
throw it.
I have something to bring up that I haven't brought up yet. I have a thing that could cause them to be frightened. As long as they're in 30 feet of me.
I got something like that. Well, wait, I don't know if it'll work on them, but maybe.
I
got
mean,
something
it's worth
similar.
a try.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, they're not scared.
So let's save that as a last resort. If things start to look really bad or look bleak for
no.
your door,
Let's lead
The
for. We
fear
lead
effect.
with that.
Yeah.
One of
because
you
it
guys-
causes-
We lead with that so that they don't come in the door. And while they're all clustered around the door, too afraid to come any closer, but still wanting to murder us, then we pick them off at range. And then, if things get overwhelming, then the second one of you can use it.
right? Because Bryn and Katie will be at the outside door.
I have 2
Called, you
scrolls.
should be able to see them from there too. If they bunch up outside of the fear aura, you should be able to hit them with an area effect spell.
Yeah, I have 2 scrolls each of Cure Wounds and Healing Word, and then Bane, Guiding Bolt, Inflict Wounds, Shield of Faith, and Enhance Ability.
Okay, so you,
I still
so
have a vial of holy water
you
left.
all are camping out in the kitchen right now, right?
Yep.
I think all of us are, except for a couple. Sekald
Sekald, I
is
think,
in
is
the
on
balcony
the balcony.
upstairs.
Well, I mean, like right now because you guys are all discussing what you have and what
Yeah.
you're gonna distribute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leaning against the door while we're talking because my first movement is going to immediately get up on the balcony on the second story.
The door attacks. No, I'm kidding. No.
I mean, at this point in the game, I would not
Sure.
be surprised.
The way everything else has gone in this place, it's
Didn't
not
it-
a surprise at all.
Didn't Katie get attacked by a set of stairs in one of our first episodes?
Yeah.
Look out! It's a gazebo.
Yeah.
Too soon.
Oh wait, no, it's a warehouse.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, I'll shut up.
So,
What phase of the moon did you say it was?
so you all get your items situated with each other, and you all get into your positions, and you wait.
Yeah, who's not going to be in the kitchen?
Yo,
Okay, you are upstairs still.
in the
right?
balcony, right? You're looking out the windows.
I am a door. I don't know which door I'm supposed to be, but I'm a door.
The front door where you were at for the last time, or the back door where the
I think
all
it's
the
the
rats
kitchen door.
exploded?
Yeah, I like the kitchen door. That way you can see if they come in from the back or from the front. I think me and
Okay.
Josul are in here. In the kitchen.
Right. That way we can move to the door that needs help.
Yeah.
I'm watching the back door.
And I have
Yes.
6 healing potions, so if someone needs healing, fall back and I'll give you one.
I think I'm with Katie, right? Or
Yes, you and
Okay.
Katie have the outside door.
The back door, are you watching like at this really narrow ledge or
Okay. Sorry. You probably can hear them. I'm gonna get them to be quiet. I don't know what they're barking.
Okay.
And while he's
are you-
taking... Sorry, I need to step away for a minute.
Katie, did you want to be at like the barracks door?
Mm-hmm.
Like there? Okay.
I think
Yeah.
Bryn should be. Well, we've got Axel by the front doors to see if something's coming. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's good. That's good.
so should I use the pipes of haunting first, or like?
Um.
I think that's the wrong door, Kat.
Well, we're gonna.
it-
Axel's near the front door, and
This
he's
one is
guarding the kitchen door.
barricaded. Yeah, this
That
one
one's
is barricaded.
Oh,
And
I
then
didn't know that.
here, if Axel sees anything coming, he can get to it pretty dang quickly.
And I can
didn't
get
know
from the
that
back door
kitchen
to the front
was
door in one
barricaded
move.
Still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can get from where I am to the front door in basically one move. So
yeah. And
All
Bryn
right.
can do it in one move and a bonus action.
Hmm.
I would say Josul, though, as soon as we see shit go down, maybe cast Longstrider on yourself. Just saying.
what do the pipes that you have do?
They cause anything to be frightened of me within 30 feet.
Okay, cool. What I do does the
Wait,
same thing. So
anything?
we might be frightened of each other, but it's great.
Well, I can choose it so you're not frightened of
Okay,
me.
I just want to warn you, I can't. So
Okay.
thumbs up.
Okay,
I look over
That's
at Katie
fine.
and I go, let's
Katie's-
use yours second.
so yeah. Also, one, not surprised at all. Two, yeah, yours is the last option.
Okay.
That's the backup one we need to use if we need to run away
Yeah.
or retreat back to the kitchen. If things get
Oh
too
god,
heavy
I
out
just
there.
imagine
in the
how
barracks.
terrifying that is if we do it and while we're running away and we're all terrified of Katie and we're running away, but she's as fast as a goddamn locomotive, so we're like
Right.
running away and she's running towards us at
Just
50
30-foot aura of
feet around.
runaway. Yeah.
Why are
That
you
would
running
be
away
great.
from me?
That would be
And
great.
then it's like she runs past us and we're like, but we don't want to get closer. But look behind us to the horde of zombies. Ah!
Right,
I
so
love
that-
It's like, the,
Sounds
why are you running?
hilarious.
It's because you're chasing me.
yeah, right. So to confirm with the universe, that kitchen door that leads outside is still barricaded, correct?
Yep.
This one? Cool.
Okay,
I'm gonna put a big X over it so we know.
right. Because I was thinking that door is just like wide open. Because at one point it was said that all the barricades are down, and I was like, I thought we barricaded the kitchen door too.
It was
the
this
two
one
main ones.
and this one were the two that were down.
Oh, okay.
You all came running
Got
out of this one. That's where they were storming last time, but they didn't break it down. You went out to meet them.
But either
So-
way, we can.
So
definitely move
you
on.
all get in positions,
Yeah.
and you wait, and an hour goes by, and there's nothing.
So
Another
during
hour
that
goes
time
by.
frame, I have probably checked with Sekald several times to see if we're clear.
Yeah.
And I
Any
do what
idea how long until dawn?
I meditate at some point,
Is
and
there-
if I get 30 minutes in,
short
I get
rest
my
still
key
on?
back.
Okay, a lot of
that
you
one
talked
more
at
time,
once. Katie, yeah, you get your key back. And what-
Okay.
I was gonna ask about a short rest, or is that not possible considering I'm on lookout?
Are you taking a short rest while you're on lookout?
And not if that's gonna keep me from being able to see what's out there. That's why I'm asking. I don't know if simply standing and looking
think
out is gonna provide me with a
typically-
short rest.
Watching can do that, but if something happens, it's ruined and you have to start completely over.
Yeah.
Well, even if I get the chance,
So
if I'm
I'll
standing guard,
say you do get a short rest.
Yeah, if we can, Abby's gonna try for that too. Cause
And
don't you have an item that lets you?
what seems
not
to go
anymore. I gave it to the cleric NPC in the fucking hidey hole.
what seems to
'Cause
go
I'm a
on
good person.
forever. That's when Sekald notices barely awake because you all literally stayed up all night, super stressed and fighting for your lives. A bit of glow on the horizon. And then after a few minutes, that glow goes from like a blue to like a pink, and that turns to an orange, and you start to see the sun coming up the horizon.
Are they just running late?
No, we're
It
going to
might
have to
be
go to
fun.
them.
I thought they didn't come out during the day. That's sunlight, Sekald
They
just
don't.
pointed out. Great, let's get out of here. Let's make these idiots leave the basement. We gotta go.
The sultry day
Honestly-
is silent except for the sounds of the sea. Sekald, you see a lone seagull circling lazily in the sky overhead. Eventually, it just descends and aligns on a nearby rock. The seagull, looking like a very old seagull with a chipped beak and patches missing from its thinning feathers, sits there, and it actually waddles a little closer, gazing intelligently at you with weak eyes.
Would it be an insight check to know if that's regular behavior?
Yeah, sure. That or nature.
Well, both are the same thing, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Doodle-doodle-doo. 15.
Yeah, no, there's definitely, this skull seems sentient.
And it's gazing straight at me?
Yeah, watching you.
What's the range?
I'll say 100 feet.
I don't trust it. Ray of Frost.
Roll to hit.
Yay!
The rest of you hear a spell go off from Sekald.
24.
All right,
They're
you don't-
here, they're here.
You do not need to roll damage. The seagull, Jesus, the seagull, gets hit by it, covered in frost, falls lifelessly bouncing off the rocks into the water below.
It's fine. It's fine. I just didn't trust that.
Could have
Didn't
been
trust what?
familiar.
We have no idea what he's talking about. We don't have windows in this kitchen.
Oh, that's
Sorry.
right. Never mind.
We just
Sorry.
heard a spell go off, and he's like, "It's fine, it's fine."
Don't worry about it. Bang! Bang! It's fine.
He just shot Steven Seagal.
God damn it!
It's fine, folks. I just saw a squirrel. Getting breakfast.
Question: have we gotten a short rest?
That's up to you. It's been well over
I would
an hour.
like to do that. I
Yeah.
will use
It just-
my wizard
I-
thing
I-
to get a single second level spell back.
I say it's. You might want to. All right, I muted for him.
We can hear what I'm hoping was the sync.
I hope so too.
He is making dinner.
Yeah. So, Jesse, I
I
muted
would let-
you in case you didn't realize. The rest of this morning, like the sun rises completely, and you're pretty sure you're safe at this point.
Well, here's the question. Do we leave now that dawn is here, get to the ship and get out of here? Or do we finish off what we started?
And you remember that ship comes in every day at the same time. The same ship that brought you here.
We could use the daylight to rest.
So I feel like we should get these civilians off this rock as soon as possible. I do not want to leave those things coming back here because they can walk across the bottom of the ocean. There's nothing saying that once they kill everything on this island, they're not going to stop. And they're just going to walk in another direction until they find more victims to add to their undead crew.
I agree. Civilians take the boat. We take the day to rest. Finish off what we started. I don't like leaving a job half finished.
Yeah.
Same.
We barricade either in that secret room or in the top tower and sleep in shifts with watch person out.
How come they didn't come back?
Well,
Daylight
because
kills them.
Yeah, but
It
there
was-
was like hours.
It was how many hours was it? Was it like 1 hour or multiple?
at
It was
least
hard to
2, I
tell.
think.
It was probably at least 2, if not more.
If
Probably
it takes
too
them an
close to
hour
daylight.
if it takes them an hour to get here from their like place of rest, they might not have wanted to risk it.
You can roll an insight if you want.
Ooh, I will.
Sure, I'll do
Okay.
that
Yeah.
too. Oh wait, no, I'm terrible at this.
Oh, I'm terrible at it
But
too.
you're
No,
a
no, I'd
cleric.
say. No,
I am a
insights, I'm
cleric, but
distracted
I
by
am a
my
cleric
hunger.
that specifically did not take insight because it fits within my character concept that she's trusting.
Your soul eats 2 days trail rations.
I got a 16.
I got a 15, actually.
Not bad.
You guys killed a lot of them. A lot of them. Do you think they would send their entire crew to go retrieve dead bodies?
I mean, if it
Yeah,
would
they
work.
might be waiting until.
If I were a necromancer or any type of undead, anything dead can be reused. Period. I would not put it past them coming back for what we've already taken out.
Oh no! As soon as dawn it hits, we need to start rounding up everything and torching it.
It's been dawn for past dawn since.
Yeah, just
20
so
minutes ago.
agrees. And
While we're
he
having this
helps Abby move all the
conversation-
corpses outside.
Yeah,
with
while we're
torch.
having this conversation, Abby puts down her shield and starts dragging everything out, all
Okay.
of the undead
Just all
onto the
this,
beach.
dude.
Everybody, give me Constitution saving throws as you start doing
boy.
this. As you
Actually,
just
I'm-
realize none of you have slept and you're all exhausted.
I was just about to ask the group if they would
Oh,
mind if the
hang
wizard
on.
had a nice long
Wait a minute,
nap.
is this a saving throw?
Constitution saving throw, yes.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
21.
Considering the muscle work in here for moving the bodies that were taken out, would anybody mind if the wizard got a long rest in?
I don't care.
No, that's
I
fine.
would suggest you.
Sleep on the kitchen table so we can see you.
Yeah. Sleep somewhere either really well defended or somewhere we can see you.
16. I don't know if that passes, but that's what I got.
How did Bryn
I got
do?
an 8.
Abby, Jesus.
I haven't slept. I am in heavy full half plate armor. It's been a bad day.
Abby's used to the creature comforts. This is rough.
I am. I have only eaten like 2 meals today. It fucking sucked.
So thank the party for allowing the wizard to rest. I'm going to take a long rest in the kitchen so everybody can see me while they're moving bodies and burning.
If we do leave for the boat, we'll carry him out.
Okay, I'll say, Sekald, you take one of the mattresses that wasn't splattered in rat gore in the big giant
Well,
room, and you take it into the kitchen area. It's actually pretty clean, because that room's
Well, I'm
really
just saying it would
huge,
be-
and most of the battle is like in one back corner, essentially. And you get ready to take a long rest. Wait a minute.
His dad just come in and ask
Yeah,
if we're behaving ourselves.
Walk right down.
That's perfect.
I love him.
My dad asking about the dogs.
Oh, I thought he was asking
okay. I
about
thought he was
us.
talking about us.
No. No, he has no
You'll
idea
have
what
to
you
tell
guys are
him
doing. So,
We're fighting thrones of zombies. The answer is no.
you start piling up the bodies, and you just get to light them up. And Sekald is just about to fall asleep when you hear like a ding, 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 as that
Oh, the
ship
boat's here.
shows up an hour after the sun rose.
Oh, while we were dragging the bodies out, we should have gone to let the people know that
We escort
yeah.
the civilians to the boat.
Yeah, they help.
we're not dead yet.
They help and stuff.
They actually help? Oh,
All right.
okay.
I'll roll con saves for them too. Why not? Their DC is going to be lower just because they haven't been as extraneous as you guys.
They didn't really fight anything yet. They just kind of
But-
hid in the
But
basement.
2 of them
I mean, they
were
were
sick.
dying of
so-
disease 20 minutes ago. Well,
Um,
okay, like 4 hours ago, but
okay.
whatever.
Some of them were gambling
It's-
with
it's
Katie.
a-
I don't know if that needs a con check.
It's about as you would expect. The 2 that were sick, that aren't sick anymore, do look pretty damn tired. The cleric looks stressed and tired, but like has like a cup full of coffee in her, kind of tired, where she's like definitely can do stuff, but she probably
Right.
should be getting sleep.
Do any of them still look like
Nope.
diseased?
Nope. Axel cleaned all that up
Okay.
with laying hands.
Before we get to the boat, I'm gonna have everybody sit in a circle around. I don't think Sekald needs it either, but just to be safe, sit around in a circle for 10 minutes, and I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing to heal everybody a little bit. Is anybody hurt still?
As you're doing
yeah,
this,
your soul's hurt.
and the boat's here, and they tie it off on the dock. That half orc that brought you here, older Razorhill, gets off the boat, and he's like, "What the hell's going on around here? You got all these bodies, burning them. What? You just slaughter everybody here?"
Yes. Does that terrify you?
They were zombies. They were undead.
Hey, Cat.
You could have opened with that.
Oh.
As far as this is concerned, your healing circle may be beneficial, but I'm going for a long rest.
We're
This
carrying
is
you.
no
You're
longer
fine.
totally
If
limited.
you wake up in the middle, just so you know, I don't know.
What?
Okay.
What the
I'm
hell
sorry,
happened
if I wake
here?
up in the middle of the circle or in the middle of my rest? I just want to be
During some of the body moving,
Yeah.
Josul explains what happened.
I was about to say
literally
the
carried
priestess.
Sekald.
The priestess will also, fill
Yeah,
him
yeah,
in on
but
what the hell happened.
Josul chimes in when he
Everybody
can.
heals
18? Nice.
And he goes,
Yes.
"Well, it's a good thing I didn't stay here with you then. That big creature thing could have easily picked me off my boat. I'm just by myself."
It's true. I've got Sekald and a fireman carry over my shoulders.
No, you don't. I'm fine. Leave me alone.
No, you're sleeping. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Leave me alone.
Well, when we get back to Uskarn, beer's on me. Sounds like you all had a long night.
We're lucky to be alive. If not for this one, who's complaining about being carried around, we might not have.
He puts a
Okay,
hand on your
if we have
shoulder,
to-
and he's like, "You're tougher than you look." Is this
we
short
have to
We're going to
stout?
have to
roll
spend one
against
more
the
night
grapple.
here to make sure we get them.
I would roll it.
Leave me alone.
I look over at the captain and I go, "We're going to have to spend one more night here to make sure we get them all.
Oh well,
This wasn't even
Since
half
I'm-
of them, from what I understand."
well, should I bring more people to help you?
It's unlikely they will. We want.
I suggest a more proactive approach. I know I haven't really said much until just now, but why don't we try taking the fight to them? They decided not to continue trying to siege the Hermitage last night. I think we probably gave them something to think about.
Assuming they
If they
didn't
reduce their
send
forces
half
that
the
deeply, you may be able to actually finish them off.
True. But we don't
Sorry.
know the numbers that they have inside that boat. That
Uh,
underwater vessel has quite a large number of them there.
I don't know if you guys heard me, but everybody healed 18.
Yep, I heard you. Thank you.
And I was catching Sekald in it as well, just in case, for whatever reason, your long rest gets interrupted so you don't go back to full.
Oh, all of you that got under 10 actually got under 11 on that con save and gained a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
So I think
Okay.
only Abby.
Yeah, I think Abby's the only
Abby.
one who's
And
getting.
Bryn?
Oh, Bryn.
Oh,
aw.
Bryn.
Okay. He's,
I got a 10.
Oof.
he's going to go, "You know what? I agree with you. They should be dealt with, but not in your current condition. We should really take you back to town. Get you at least some rest in you."
How many how far back is it to town? Is it?
It's only a mile.
Just a couple
Or not a mile,
hours.
an hour from here.
Oh, yeah. Let's go back to town.
I would
For
very
some
much
reason,
like
I
to
was
sleep
thinking we
in
were
an
like
actual
3
bed.
days out. Oh, it'd be nice if we. Do we have a dock built at our actual house?
We have an underwater
our actual
cave with
house,
the-
yes, but our
Yeah.
actual house is quite a large number of hours away.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you guys did pay to have that dock built in the cave system.
Yeah,
mean,
there's
yeah.
a dock built in the cave for
Yeah.
Yeah,
trading.
but how far
Trading,
away is
that's
it
Yeah,
on?
trading.
How far away is it with like on a boat?
I'll
I would
say
assume it's faster than walking.
I'll say it's the whole day of sailing from here
Oof.
to get back. That's following coastline.
Yeah, nah. Let's just go back to Saltmarsh.
And the Sea Ghost is at this town or this village of Uskarn, where
Uskarn's
you
where we're
met
going.
Bryn, and this is the only guy that knew how to get to Firewatch Island. Do you recall?
We could go back
yeah.
to Eskarn and take, because one of the survivors, isn't that a friend of the guy we met there?
Yes,
I think so.
you do.
Yeah.
The dwarf
Can we
is.
go back? We can go back to that village. Let him know his friend is alive. Get an
He's-
inn or something. And
He's all the way back in Saltmarsh. That Drew, the cleric of Procan.
oh, well then hell, let's go to.
We'll take him
Saltmarsh.
back to Uskar and get a rest and have him
Yeah,
bring
whichever.
us back before it gets nighttime.
Yeah, whichever
That
is
way we
closer.
can spend a few hours rebarricading.
Coming up on the shore, and the water comes over, you see a dead seagull. Looked like it was
Scoop
pretty
it up.
old.
Is it still frozen?
No, because the
Okay.
spell doesn't specify that it does that.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
Oh.
it looks like it just dropped out of the sky. I hold it up by its feet.
Tell me about that.
And
Is
Abby.
that what you shot with your spell?
I tried to tell you guys, but everybody kept talking.
We do
Oh.
that, don't we?
Abby,
Did
you
did you think
remember
it was
in
a
the journals
familiar?
in the library that the wizard that was here on the island had someone by the name of Virgil. And you
Oh,
notice that there's a
no.
little
What do we
collar
remember?
on the seagull.
What do we remember about that wizard that was here? Were they like the evil? Was it an evil necromancer, or was it?
No,
Just...
they're the ones that stopped the initial assault like 100 years ago.
Oh,
or
they like
something.
lived here. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
like 100 years ago.
Oops. How old is that bird?
And you look on the very worn out tag, and you see in
No.
brass engraved on it in common is the name Virgil.
Oops.
Wait, it hasn't been dead that long. Can we bring it back?
It crafts itself.
No. Like, if the only thing I could do would be revivify, and it's been too long for that.
As you pick it up, Katie, like the few feathers it still had on it are just like they're just like falling off like crazy.
Even then, revivify is kind of touchy with resurrection magic is kind of touchy with animals sometimes because their souls aren't quite the same.
But it was a
Also,
familiar. It had a fragment of its master's soul in it.
Does it look
We
like
don't
it
know
was a
for certain it was a
zombified one?
familiar.
You can give me a medicine check or actually
If it was a
Okay.
religion
familiar,
check. Religion check for undead.
Religion check. Religion. Oh, I got a +2.
because if it was a familiar, would it not have just disappeared?
And familiar, it would be an Arcana check.
Have you not heard those stories?
I got a
there's been
12 on
sto-
religion.
It definitely does not look like it's had any form of negative energy fueling its existence.
Oh, okay.
28 on Arcana.
Okay?
Yeah, I got a 9.
Okay. Abby, you're just perplexed. Sekald, you were perplexed at least for a moment. And then you realized that familiars don't disappear if the one that summoned them dies. They are a fraction of that person. Essentially, it's like making a new little artificial body and putting a bit of their soul into it to power it. So you're thinking that this seagull lived so long because it was a magical familiar, but because it didn't have a master to it anymore, it was slowly deteriorating over time.
Okay, so good news is I put it out of its misery. Bad news is, would I have known if it would have been able to talk or message or convey some type of intelligence towards us, or just the fact that it was?
It could have if it had a master. Familiars can communicate with their masters. And that's
Okay,
pretty
good.
much it.
I didn't lose anything. Okay.
But they're equivalent to like intelligence of 10. So, or no,
least
the
it's not
intelligence
suffering
level of
anymore.
their master. So actually, it was probably a pretty smart bird.
May have been a pretty smart bird, but in my defense, I did not know where it came from. I was not
Yeah.
sure if it could have been an
To be
attack
honest, I
against
probably
us.
would have done the same. It could have been a familiar of one of the undead, for all we know.
Yeah, we know
I'd
that.
have tried to make friends with it.
We know. Well, we know
No,
what you
you-
would
We're
do.
aware of that, Katie.
And we know Tamarat was a wizard himself. Well, a sorcerer, I think, but whichever. Wait, no. Tamarat is the ship. What was the name of the guy?
The captain.
Captain, my captain.
Captain something.
I don't know off the top of my head, but he was
Yeah.
like a warlock or something. Think of him more as like second edition evil spellcaster, where he's not like a specific class.
Oh,
So warlock would
He
probably be
is-
the best thing to describe him as. Sergal. Sergal Tamarat.
Yes.
Circle Tamarind.
He was in one of the journals. So. Him and his small fleet attacked this fortress 100 years ago. Just as a recap from the diaries and stuff you guys found in the libraries. But yeah, so he takes you back to the village. He pays for your guys' drinks and stuff.
That's a big payment because Josul drinks a lot.
Abby is going to respectfully go up to that.
Josul thanks him and takes the first beer and then pays for his own drinks.
Go up to that cleric of Procan and ask their name because I don't
Wait,
think we ever got any
Do
of
you
their
go
names.
to Saltmarsh?
No, the woman the
No.
person that we saved.
Oh, yeah, I think you did get her name. Let me find it again.
And then I'm gonna ask respectfully for my Pearl of Power back.
Yeah, her name is Janor Stormswing. And she definitely gives it back to you.
Wait, she's a cleric of Procan?
Mm-hmm.
I'd
Well, we made it
consider
out of
her
there at
an
least.
Ally, right?
I mean, she hasn't tried to stab us in the back.
Well-
She had plenty of opportunities while we were getting swarmed by zombies. So
Yeah, that's true. Maybe I'll put her on the NPC list. Yeah, she goes on the NPC list. What was her name again?
I'm going to put it in Zoom.
Okay. Cool.
Janor Stormswing.
Oh, good. I want to know their spelling because that is probably weird.
Not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad. Storm's Wake. Oh,
So-
okay.
You won't get a long rest now that you're in this village and away from everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all can mark that you have long rests.
Woohoo.
And then you were thinking of going back to Saltmarsh?
No, we're going back to finish the job.
We just wanted to get rested, really.
Okay. You
That's
remember
the-
your boat, your Sea Ghost, is docked here.
I, for one, wanted to try and trace their steps and try and track them back from the Hermitage. So
'Cause-
we can do whatever preparatory work we need, but I would like to try and track them from there.
You guys were sailing along the coast, and then you saw Bryn getting attacked by harpies on the shore, if you recall.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, yeah.
I recall.
Well, we could easily enough. We know what way we came. We could follow. We could get back to the island easily enough.
Yes, but the longer time we give them to sit there, the more likely they are to
That's
have
why I'm
somebody
saying
else
we
run
should
in.
go a straight shot instead of following the
Since-
coast.
Since you got back pretty early, because the ship gets there like an hour after dawn, I'll say it's probably mid-afternoon right now, after your long rest.
I look over at the captain that sailed the ship over here, and I say, "Would you be able to drop us off at the island again?"
I mean, I'm not sure. Normally I bring supplies there, but there's no one there anymore.
If you could drop us off at the island one last time and get the ship to safety, and come back for us the next dawn, we still have to finish this.
Yeah.
But I don't want to risk the ship being attacked by undead if we leave it there. Could you come back for us again tomorrow? If you bring us back tonight. Well, this afternoon, rather.
Yeah.
I hold up a gold coin. I will pay you for your services.
He puts a hand over your coin and puts it down, and he says, "You all are crazy."
Yeah. You could say that.
And, well,
Been
who are
gold
you? Zen Wolf CT? Oh, what? Here. And he just hands a bunch of bits to Kade. Apparently you have advantage roll. I don't know what that
Oh.
means.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Zen Wolf in the corner of the tavern.
Well, it's a mug up, I guess. I don't know.
Looks a lot like a bard. Got a bass strapped across their back.
Okay. So, he... Meow. Hello. He takes you all back. Oh, and before he takes you back, the bard comes running out of the bar and goes, "Wait!" And he throws a 10-sided dice over to Bryn. She gains a plus D10.
Cute. Thank you so much.
Before we leave, Josul buys 2 bottles of common wine.
Okay. That is a silver each, I think.
2 silver each. I just looked it up.
Okay.
Would I have had time to make additional health potions for anybody, or no, considering I'm not at my lab?
You're not in
Even
your
then,
lab.
it usually
and,
takes like 8 hours.
And you slept, I'd assume, for 8 hours.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
Oh, Jesus. And the bard's like, "I'm not done yet." And they just go like this, and they throw a D10 at Abigail.
Oh, thank you.
Huh. They must have heard us talking about going back to the zombie-filled island and felt bad for us.
I mean, yeah.
I was thinking more they heard your dice rolls and felt bad for you.
Okay, all right. You're not wrong, but
You look up in the sky and you
Not
see
wrong, I'm just an asshole.
you look up in the sky and you see a bus going over top of you.
oh, hey, while we're here, while we're on the ship, once we're awake, Sekald, you should identify those scrolls that we found.
That was actually a good idea.
I have them occasionally.
Let me pull them up. So you
Not if you have to roll for them.
All right.
cast identify 3 times.
If I ritual cast it, I don't have to use a spell slot, right?
No, but it'll take
Correct.
time.
I mean,
Well, yeah, but we're gonna be on the ship for an hour going back anyway.
Okay. All right. So, how long does it take to cast identify? An hour?
I think it's a round, and then if you cast it as
A ritual, it's 10 plus, or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Plus that.
hang on, let me check. It's either a round or a minute. I don't remember, but those are
Okay.
really big differences.
I always thought rituals were 10 minutes.
Yeah, ritual always
It's 10
adds
minutes,
10 minutes
plus the whatever the duration is, but I don't remember the duration of casting it normally.
I forget.
It is a 1 minute casting time, so it takes 11 minutes to cast as a ritual.
Okay, even then, you're done a little over halfway of getting back.
Cool.
So, the 3 last scrolls that you have are Scrolls of Gust of Wind, Scroll of Speak with Animals, and Scroll of Speak with Plants.
Who can actually cast those?
Probably a druid.
Can I cast Speak with Animal? Because I can do Speak with Animal for aquatic creatures? Or
I will
no?
say so, yes.
Yeah. It's like, I know that one.
It's one of those weird things where you don't understand the symbols on it, but you just somehow get the feeling for it.
Gust of Wind is a wizard spell, so all of us can cast that.
Speak
I
with
can't cast
Plants
it.
is definitely druid.
Sorry,
Only.
Axel, Josul, and Sekald can cast that.
Well, Speak
Ooh.
with Plants, I think
Oh, and Abby.
nature druids can, or not nature druids, nature clerics can cast Speak with Plants.
Speak with animals. Actually, none of us can cast. It's
That's
Bard,
right.
Druid, Ranger,
Except Katie.
except Katie.
Because I got specials.
And speak with plants. Gonna guess that that's probably also a.
It's on the cleric list if you're a nature cleric, but if you're not a
Yeah.
nature cleric, you can't cast it.
That one is
So,
probably a cell then.
I was thinking all of them could effectively be sold through to Soul. Get the most money out of it.
Yeah.
Add it to a party pile.
That's true.
All right, let me put those on the party loot list.
The Gust of Wind, though, I would prefer to keep because that's really helpful, and also I don't know that spell.
Something
I
I
do.
do want to point out, but I'm sure that
And
Bryn
also
is
it's
still
useful.
going to join you guys.
Say that again.
Something I'm going to point out, but I'm sure Bryn will still join you guys for this. Bryn was on her way to Saltmarsh.
Oh, hey! You can stay with us in town.
So
Wait, did we go back to Saltmarsh? I
Bryn-
thought we went to what's it called? To the
Bryn-
other
yeah,
town.
yeah. I'm saying she was
Oh, yeah,
heading
yeah,
south towards Saltmarsh, and she was just outside this town when you saw her get attacked by harpies. Bryn, would you join them on going back there?
Back to Saltmarsh?
No, back
No,
to
back
Firewatch
to the Island of Death.
Yeah, I would. Is that okay?
Yeah. I'm just like,
All right.
I just want to make sure, like, in character, would Bryn want to?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll sell the speak with plants at my merchant's place. Are we selling any of the others?
I vote we hold on to the Gust of Wind one because I think it's useful,
All right.
especially when we're on the ship.
I look over at Katie. Are you going to keep the speak with
Do-
animals?
Nah, I just know what it means. I don't know why, but I know what it means.
Do you agree with that one, Called?
I can carry the Gust of Wind scroll. Because I will be helming it anyway, so I'll be behind the sails.
I think he wants it.
Yeah,
As long as it gets used.
yeah. I will give it to Axel then. All right. So while we are that morning, as soon as we wake up, Abby is going to ask, preparing for a fight, is there anything that anybody has thoughts of that could be really helpful, spell-wise? I have an idea of what I'm doing, but I just figured I'd throw it out there to see if anybody had any suggestions.
You got any really undead specific stuff going on in your arsenal?
I sure do, and I'm preparing those. That's what I wanted to do from the beginning. So I am undead specific stuff. I'm going to get protection from evil, which means that whoever I cast it on, any attacks against them are at disadvantage.
I do have a spare scroll of protection from evil.
That's right. We do have 2
I
scrolls
have
of
one
it.
as well.
I could do versatility and keep that that on something else. I also prepared magic circle, which is very much determined on, like, we pick a spot and we make that our stand, but I basically make a 10-foot radius circle where undead cannot come in.
Why don't we do that in the kitchen? If we defend
Are they
the
going to
kitchen
come
area,
back? That's the other thing, though. Are they going to come back, or are we going to have to go to them?
we're probably going to have to go to them, but that puts
Probably.
us on their ground. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
their
like that
entire
either, but-
stronghold is surrounded by an aura of death that is likely to kill us before we even get
That's
to them.
why I had that spell prepared. Okay, you're right. I'm not going to do protection from evil. I'm going to do protection from energy in case we have to chase them.
I don't know if they're going to come back to the island because they were looking for bodies. They probably sent in 3 waves to try and gather the bodies and fight anyone that might be resistant.
I would say it's worth a shot. And if it doesn't work, then we can just go back tomorrow. Go after them the next dawn, right?
Right. But if we attack them on their turf, I say we do it during the daylight.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
we have means of
So-
retreating and they can't follow.
This evening, when we get back to the island, we should be arriving hopefully right around dusk. We hole up in the building, try and do our last stand in the kitchen. If they do not come, we make a plan, and at dawn, we hit them on their turf.
And we're here.
Agreed.
Terrifying.
You look on your sundial, your wrist sundial, and it's 4 in the afternoon.
Beautiful, beautiful segue, universe. Beautiful
4
segue.
in the afternoon.
Oh, great. Okay.
Following the boat the whole time are a bunch of seals.
No.
Can
It's
we
your
tell if they're
boys.
pissed because of the kill I made before we made the trip, or are they just following us because
No,
that's what they normally
seals.
Seals, not
Oh,
seagulls.
seals, not seagulls. I apologize. I
The
could not hear
seals.
you.
Yeah.
Seagulls are just like, okay, we're gonna fuck them up. Mess with Virgil, they mess with me. Dante. No, okay, anyway.
Nah, they sound like the seagulls from Finding Nemo. They're like just
Mine.
angry. They
Mine.
crack their knuckles and they're like,
Fuck you up! Fuck you up!
The seals are the boys, right? It's the boys.
It's definitely the boys.
Okay. I tell the boys to stay a good distance away until morning, and then they can come back.
Okay,
But-
we'll go back to the rock and sunbathe.
Okay, you do that.
And then you
Boys.
guys notice all the seals swim off.
I don't want them to get hurt. But come back when they think it's right.
They're cute animal boys. They're not cut out for this line of adventure.
So you're there, and then we'll say it's like 4-ish in the afternoon. The sun sets around 7. I know we don't really have time clocks, but just so you guys get a scale of like how many hours.
Mm-hmm.
People used to tell time by just the position of where the sun is in the sky
Yeah.
before they had clocks. So
It's-
there wasn't really a time that they stated, but you could tell how
Yeah,
much was left.
It's a little past mid-afternoon now. Because it only takes an hour to get back here from the village. And you all set up in here, and you got your spells and your scrolls and all that stuff. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
you were gonna sell that Speak with Plants scroll, right?
I don't know if we would have had time.
I'm going to put that in my merchant loot to sell
Um,
later as a merchant, so I get full price for
Josul
it.
is Mr. Merchant Man, and he's got a network going on. So one merchant that is part of his network is just so coincidentally is in this village, and you're able to transfer the funds of 200 gold.
Ooh.
Right.
Sweet. Ka-ching. I'm going to put that in the party loot. So Speak with Plants becomes...
Because they owe you a favor.
I'm down with cashing in on some of those. Not all of them. Some of them.
You know that scroll
I
was worth
asked
around
them-
150, and you know as a merchant you'll be selling it at 200. So they were selling
I
it at
asked
even for you.
them rather privately.
Mhm.
I asked them if they can look through the network to see if they can find anyone that has a use for assassin vine wine. It's not very good and is actually kind of a little poisonous.
Poisonous?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not real
So
good.
if it's not tasty, I'm sure I could find some noblemen that would have some curiosity for it.
I got 4 bottles of it. Rare stuff too. Hard to make wine from assassin vines, but they
But-
did it.
I'll let you know if I find a buyer. Send the letter to the normal address.
Yes. Same codes as always.
I'll say he's like a skinny, like goatee, kind of fishy looking merchant guy.
And all of our conversations are written in thieves' cant, so they make no sense to anyone else. So I'll get a letter that'll say the potatoes are ripe at dawn,
So-
and I'll be like, got it.
So the gull will roost at its nest.
Only on Thursdays.
And Bryn's like,
Yep.
oh, they're doing smuggling stuff. Weird. Because she also knows thieves can't.
It's like, huh. I know what that meant. All right.
They're selling
Weird.
bombs or they're selling pies. I'm not sure which.
Maybe both? I'm not really,
Maybe a combination.
bomb ass pies.
Maybe.
So, we're back on Firewatch Island. That whole area where they had all their cots and stuff smells super bad because it's had a whole day of the dead bodies and
Just
the explosion of
Baking in the sun.
hundreds of rats exploding, just sitting there
Yeah.
to rot.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it smells.
Why are we back here again? Ugh, stinks.
And
Those
then
were fools.
the sun sets, and you all brace yourselves. And a few hours go by with nothing happening.
I go outside and I yell out, "Come get us!"
The only sound you hear is the crashing of the waves.
I don't think they're gonna come.
Probably not.
Just then a
Let's
whale
give
falls
them
on you.
another
No, I'm
hour.
kidding, I'm kidding.
Ah!
Let's give them another hour.
You give them another hour.
And during
Yeah.
that hour, Josul uses Mage Hand to move all the rat corpses outside to the pile of human corpses we burned earlier.
You find that a lot more difficult than you initially thought because it's not just like individual bodies. They're just like red paste
because they got
Ooh.
like a
I
higher
do the best I
up
can to
shatter.
get a majority of the chunks because I know prestidigitation can clean up the paste. I'm getting the chunks,
Okay.
Ew.
and I got mage hand, so I can pick up the 5 pounds of it at once. So Josul's kind of going like this
You know what? Give me
at
like
a distance and mage handing piles of goop.
give me like an
outside.
arcana. Give me an arcana check. Because this will be
Okay.
more of like your ability with the magic.
Because I can do it mage hand at will, and it's my class's jam. Let's see. Plus intelligence.
Where do you
Can
move
I
the
give
rat
him-
paste to?
Advantage.
I got a 16.
Okay. What? Sorry, Sekald?
I was just asking if I could give him advantage on that one because I would be willing to help get rid of that with Mage Hand, Prestidigitation, and everything.
Oh, sure. You can roll at advantage. I know you said 16, but
Oh, okay. I'll roll again.
Just
Nah.
in case.
I'll go with the 16.
okay.
The other one was 13.
Okay.
Um,
By the end of
yeah.
that hour, you guys have it like mostly cleaned
we
out.
move all the rat paste outside to the pile of bones that used to be corpses that we burned earlier.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Just move it all out there so all of it's out, and then as the called worry
There's
about
just-
clean
there's
up all the
just
paste
flies.
that's splattered across the wall, so it's all the smell is gone and the smell is outside.
There's just a bunch of
And that's what I
flies.
do during that hour. Because I can move quite a bit pretty quickly, so with mage hand like that. So I don't even know if that would take an hour, but that's up to you.
I'll say with both of you working on it, seriously, it was a lot of space to cover.
I don't know the amount of rats.
You both are
I'm
able to
guessing.
clean out that room. There's still the holes in the floorboards from when the rats literally exploded out from under the floorboards. So that
I'm not worried
entire
about that.
barracks is still like a mess,
Right.
but it's at least not super unsanitary.
I mean,
That's what I'm worried about.
if it was someplace we were going to inhabit, I've been mending the ship on our journeys.
Oh.
So considering it's not somewhere we're going to be staying, I have no reason to fix the holes.
Right.
Because I forgot to mention it, Josul, Kade, and Bryn, you each gain 15 extra hit points.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Is this from aid?
Yes, it is.
So
I had 10 written there before. Now it's 15.
Yeah, I cast it with a higher level spell slot. Also,
Ooh.
am I an idiot? And we're level 9, right?
Yep.
I have 2 extra spell slots that I did not ever add to my sheet.
Oh, why you do this?
No,
Because
no,
I'm
slow
a
clap.
fool.
The funniest part about that is as you were slow clapping, it was lagged a little bit, so it was even further delayed.
it's
Nice.
just like,
Man, if I blew my 5th level spell slot on this, I could give you guys like 25 extra hit points.
ooh, not right now, not right now.
Yeah, no,
Maybe
I'm
later.
saving that shit.
Abby and Bryn, while you guys are here and you're just sitting here waiting, both of you start to feel like really tired and you got like cramps and stuff.
Oh boy, that doesn't sound like a good.
No. Mm.
I'm not feeling so great.
It's kind of like a stomach
Yeah.
flu going on.
I'm not feeling great either.
Great. Let's meet up with
Both of you feel like
Axel.
you need to find an outhouse really fast.
I
Uh-oh.
gotta
Or-
go
or an axle.
outside.
You gotta find an axle.
And I won't describe anything further from there, but you two
Wait,
feel
Bryn, where you
like
go?
very sick.
Oh.
I got a rumbly in my tumbly. Ah!
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and spend a spell slot to cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
Okay, you're fine now.
I run after Bryn and hold her hair.
It's going out the not that end. It's going out the other
It's
end.
wrong end.
Oh, then I run back inside. Ah!
Wait, I'll help. No, get
Thank
away.
you for the support, Katie.
I just imagine
I
like Bryn in the
appreciate
outhouse, and you just open it and grab her hair, and she's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get out of here!"
Thank you, Katie.
Wrong assumption. Good luck. I'll stand guard on the other side of the house.
Does anyone do anything to help Bryn?
I'm
not
gonna
while she's busy.
grab Axel and be like, we should gather up and check if everybody is not feeling great. I think me and Bryn just got hit by whatever our friends, whatever disease our friends left behind.
Both you don't need. No one needs to roll insight. Quite a few of you were hit by the explosion of feces when you're fighting giant rats.
Fuck.
Oh yeah,
That
there
was
a
like a
disease
day
roll
ago.
for that too.
Oh no.
There was the giant
Yeah.
poop door that
It
came
is.
open and
It is a
flooded.
disease
Hit, like,
that is
3
known
times.
commonly as sewer plague.
I think that one was my fault, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
Mhm.
It's
Sorry.
because you,
Um,
it's because you
but
crit
I'm-
too good.
Yeah, but I'm
I
asking Axel if he wanted to use light on hands to heal Bryn.
see you
What
away.
a shit crit.
Jesse.
He may be away. If so, I'll just go ahead and spend it.
All right, Bryn.
Oh,
After
it's okay.
after like half hour, we'll say you're able to leave there, but you still feel like PAX 2019.
So.
Oh
Oh,
no!
no.
Callie PAX 2019. No.
Yeah,
So
not
you're saying-
PAX itself. PAX itself was great, but
Yeah.
So you're
How
you're
bad
saying
I
she feels
feel.
like crap.
Yeah.
because
Oh, I felt
she was
terrible.
sick. She was sick then, so.
The Pax Plague.
I will say, you might want to get something done about that before your next long rest.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend.
Okay,
a
I'm
slot.
back now. What was that all about? I'm sorry.
Okay,
You're fine.
both Abby and Bryn got sewer plague from the exploding poop when you guys were fighting the giant rats.
Oh, crikey.
Abby cast restoration on herself, but Bryn was in the outhouse for a while.
Oh, dear.
Bryn needs some lay on hands.
Let's see. I don't think I got to take a long rest today, did I?
No, you
We
did.
did just take one.
You did.
All of us did.
I did? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if anybody wants it, I can lay on hands and make the tummy feel better.
I think Bryn's the only one that
Bryn-
needs it. So
Bryn needs that.
Okay. I can spend a use of lay on hands and cure the sewer poisoning.
he does that, and like magic, you are completely fine.
Oh, like Callie when she got home from PAX 2019.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Wolf. But the rest of the night, as long as you guys wait, nothing attacks the village. Or not the village, the island.
At
It's all
some point, I'm
they're
gonna
all
get
attacking the
bored.
village.
At some point, I'm going to get bored standing around in the kitchen. And after having eat yet again one of my food rations here, I'm going to probably gather up some kindling from the busted up place we're staying in right now and start up a fire to burn those rat corpses.
Okay.
And the rest
Axel
of
and
the days.
Cerulean are going to be standing at attention at the door like a couple of fucking sentry soldiers, just like, ramrod straight British, Royal Guard kind of style.
Mhm.
Just keeping a watchful eye on everything.
Sorry. I was
Got
just,
Corey out there
Go ahead,
on patrol,
Sekald.
like marching back and forth.
I was just going to say that Sekald would be doing any type of minor research possible on trying to complete that freaking invisibility potion I'm trying to make for Zendros.
And
Okay.
I'm not talking a small fire. Josul makes a bonfire, like a really big fire.
Give me a survival check. Why not? You're gonna make
Can
a
I
fire
roll an advantage
regardless.
because I've got time?
What's your
Can I roll an
okay?
advantage because I have time? Or
No, actually, give me what's your bonus on survival?
it's wisdom based, so dice roll.
Okay, I'll say after 20 minutes, we'll do the like take 20 rule or whatever.
I do have a flint and steel and flasks of oil, so if I
Well-
take a little while and it doesn't work, I'm just going to pour oil on it and light it.
You also have a wizard that has this cantrip
Yeah.
to create bonfires. So
Right. And I have a wizard who I know can light fires.
All right, you get a good bonfire going.
I just gather a huge pile of scrap wood from the place, busted boards, broken up things, everything I know can burn, and just make a nice, huge bonfire. And all the corpses and everything are in there, and I light it all up.
I would like to help. I'm going to cast some firebolts just for fun.
Really, really bright
All the
bonfire.
spellcasters are just like fire spells. Sweet.
Yep. So it's just a giant pile of wood from the place and a huge pile of every living thing that we killed.
All right, it smells horrible.
I'm not standing near it. I'm far away, but it's really bright. And that's
I'm
the
using
point.
gust to keep the smell away because no.
Go away, go away.
It starts to rain a bit during the night, but it's a bonfire, so it's going to keep going.
And
If
throughout the
nothing
night, that's what
happens-
Josul does. He
Yeah,
burns
throughout-
as much of the place as he can and keeping the bonfire going in a nice huge bonfire.
Do any of you sleep or rest at all? Because you're pretty sure nothing's going to come, but you know, might as well have someone
Yeah.
here to make sure.
At some point, I curl up somewhere, and I'm sleeping, even if it's in a corner.
I like to think you guys
Yeah,
took
if
the
I had a
mattresses.
chance to rest before, I don't do again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
I
use
like
the
to think the
mattresses.
mattresses you guys find that weren't like super nasty. You're able to get out and you find spots to put them in rest.
Abby's going to create a pile of the books from the library that aren't completely destroyed. And then also probably take a nap at some point throughout the evening, but probably just like short rest sort of thing, because I think it's too early to take a full rest.
The dawn rises the next morning.
I shoot any seagulls I see with Ray of Frost.
Okay, you guys wake up and there's
No shit, he's rolling for it.
20 dead seagulls.
Breakfast!
What killed all the seagulls?
You know,
I got
all of
bored
them
with
have a
them.
little bit of frost
Oh my
on them.
god. Really?
I mean, he's, target practice
You know what
is
sailors
important.
call seagulls?
No,
The
what?
rats of the sea.
Oh, no, I don't want to eat them for breakfast. Just all.
It's still a bird. It'll taste like chicken,
Mm,
but only when prepared with a nice amount of spice.
okay, can you make them with a nice amount of spice?
The
don't have
kitchen's fairly intact.
But I can cook them properly.
What do they got in the
Spices?
kitchen? I run in the kitchen.
Yeah, I was about to say I remember that
I look over at Abby,
was stuff in there.
though, and I go, she has spices, though.
Yay!
There, yeah. There.
Breakfast! Wonder if there's any eggs around.
Probably not.
I want to take a couple of frozen seagulls and like tie them up to a line, and then like tie some rocks around them too, and then throw them in the deep part of the water and catch some crabs.
Okay.
You catch crabs with carrots.
What are
Okay.
the chances of finding turtle eggs or sea turtle eggs on the beach?
I would object strenuously to that suggestion. in
Okay,
fact.
so what were you doing for the crab thing? What was that again?
Crabs
Tying
eat
up some-
corpses, so he's
yeah,
throwing
tying
the
up some
seagull
seagulls.
corpses.
Dead seagulls and chucking them in the water on a line, and then like the crabs grab onto the seagull and they don't want to let go when I pull the line in
Okay,
because they're
They
crabs.
carry him.
and Sekald is looking for
He's looking for eggs.
eggs. So, Axel,
I'll
give
fight
me
it.
a wisdom
I will.
survival
I'll
check,
fight it.
and Sekald, give me an intelligence survival check, because you're like investigating the beach for eggs.
There probably is a few seagull nests around, though, to be honest. Near, like some of the outskirts of the island on some rocks somewhere. Probably.
Survival actually happens to be one of Axel's few skills, so I got a dirty 20.
This is not the first time you've
does
hunted for
find some
crabs.
seagull eggs.
Yeah, Sekald is also proficient with survival and intelligence, so that's a 22 on mine.
Oh wow. Okay.
Survival's a risk skill.
Axel, you find 4 pounds worth of crabs. That's with them still with their shells and stuff. So,
First breakfast.
and it is a really tough find, Sekald, but you do find 2 eggs that are intact.
Damn, that's not enough for everybody.
Kind of eggs.
Eggs.
Turtle eggs.
No.
We're not going to go over Josul's feelings on or what he's eating.
Isn't that what you were looking for, Sekald? Or was that seagull? Did you say seagull?
Any type of eggs.
Okay.
I mean, I
Since-
specified sea
Since
turtle.
everyone else is way more uncomfortable with that, we're gonna go seagull. You find seagull eggs.
I am going to accept that you are a creature of the ocean and you have as much right to eat as anything else in the ocean. But just know that I think you could have a crab and maybe put those eggs back. Yes?
Blake would never eat seagull eggs or
Turtle
turtle eggs, but Josul is a gourmand.
Okay.
Josul will eat if it's food.
Okay, it's
There's a
seagull.
tax
It's
toll.
seagull eggs. Okay. No turtles were harmed in the making of this session. Seagull eggs.
I also want to
Fictional
ask,
or
is this the Iron Chef version of Ghosts of Saltmarsh tonight?
Apparently.
Every episode is Iron Chef version. I'm eating centipedes on the regular, man. Come on.
So in the kitchen, in the kitchen's
What
larder,
the Iron Chef preparing today is crab ragu with a bit of seagull egg.
in the larder of the kitchen is a sack of flour, sack of sugar. The sack of sugar is kind of low, and a few spices here and there. Some like common spices, nothing super exotic, like black pepper and stuff, salt. A lot of the most like basic ingredients. Nothing super fancy here. But you definitely have enough ingredients that you could make this be a lot less plain than it would be on the road normally.
I take out a block of cheese and a loaf of bread from my pack.
There's also cheese and bread there.
I put my cheese and bread back. I take out... Wait, hold on. I take out...
And then that's when you all remember, wait, that first day we came here, that guy, he drops off the supplies and stuff every morning. Those bags are still sitting out there on the dock. You guys never
we're
brought
stupid.
them to the
Oh,
house.
yeah, they are. All right, yeah. Josul will go grab those.
So it's a lot of the same ingredients, but they're fresher. So
I put 2 bottles of fine wine on the table for my bag.
Ooh.
in the
You should see
Well, I
supplies,
brought
the
the
stuff
cheap
I
stuff
have.
for after we win, but
in the supplies, there's 1 bottle of common cheap wine.
I'll still leave the 2 bottles out.
Josul
I
takes the
have like
bottle of
14
common
more
wine.
in my bag.
Nice.
Why do you have 14 bottles of wine?
Why not?
The better question
Yeah.
is, why not?
I have a dozen lanterns.
Oh, doggo.
Valid.
Wine has a lot of uses. It's used for drinking and cooking and celebrating, and those are very important things in general.
Don't
Yeah.
we have something else that we're supposed to be doing here?
Are any of you proficient
Yes.
with cook's utensils?
Oh, we're waiting for Dawn. I have cook's utensils.
Are you proficient with them?
I
Isn't just Soul proficient with cooking tools?
He's proficient with
wife
eating.
was.
His wife
And
used to.
proficient with eating tools.
Mhm.
He says, patting his rather large belly.
Eating tools. This is a nice spatula.
He's
Eating
part-
tools,
he's
otherwise
part
known as
goat.
hands.
Any way you can shovel it in your mouth works. Okay, don't knock
Pretty
a spatula.
much.
Abby,
Don't have to be special.
You don't have proficiency with cook's utensils?
no, I guess I just didn't write it down
I'm gonna
But
say
I
you do
swear
because I have
it matches
land
your background.
vehicles. I have land vehicles, but I don't have my artisan's tools written down.
Yeah,
So that's what I would get. Yeah,
Cook's
yeah,
utensils.
cook's tools.
Because you definitely were like, you cooked in the tavern. And that was like your background thing. So,
Yeah.
Abby, if you're gonna cook,
Yes.
you can give me a proficient intelligence check.
Okay. Can I use guidance on myself to add a d4?
It doesn't say you can't.
Okay.
Can I help? Can I give the assist?
The benefits of being a lady of God. Yeah, you can
It
assist.
is a holy breakfast.
Yeah, Axel assists, so you have advantage.
I
Did you
rolled
not-
two
That is-
17s.
Nice.
What's the total?
Hang on, I need math.
Math time.
This is intelligence, right?
And you're proficient. So your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So Abby's
Dude,
just
the
like,
gift of that
everyone
confused lady
out.
with the
Shoo,
equations.
out. The
I got a
master's
28.
the master's at work here.
I got a 28.
Oh my god.
Okay, she makes you
He
guys
doesn't-
a pretty good
Because I
meal.
rolled a 4 on my guidance.
She
Yeah.
No.
she makes you a really good meal. Josul, this is the best crab you've had in a very long time. And you've never had seagull eggs before, but it's hard to tell that these are seagull eggs. These are really good. I'll leave it up to
I have
Abby
had
how
a-
she cooks the crab and
A great
This
amount of
is
food in my day.
so fucking ridiculous that this is the best roll I've done. I can guarantee you next time I roll for something in combat, I'm not going to get above a 6.
There were also veggies and stuff, so if you want to say you
Also,
added
I am
veggies
from
to the meal-
Maryland, so they have to be steamed crabs.
There's a steam pot, definitely. It's a
I
little
mean,
Hermitage
they're right
Island,
next
of
to the
course they're
ocean,
going to
why
have,
wouldn't
like,
they
yeah.
Right, yeah. They're right next to the ocean. You have an
Yeah.
infinite amount of food right there. Why wouldn't you have the ability to steam it?
Bryn,
Yeah.
is,
You have to grow the vegetables. You don't have to grow the crab. There's a million of them right off the shore.
I was going to joke.
Same with
sorry,
lobsters,
sorry,
too.
sorry, PETA. I was going to joke with Bryn because she's a Selkie with the seal thing. It's not as good as the penguin you've had, but it's pretty good.
I mean, Josul has eaten a lot of things in his day, so he's probably eaten penguin.
Does Bryn do that thing where she just eats like the whole ass crab, like just shell and all, just like bites the whole thing?
That's up to Bryn.
Hell yeah, I do.
I'm just imagining.
There's a brief period of time where there's
Oh
just
my
the
God.
dramatic pause, and you're like, hell yeah, I do.
I was thinking about it.
This is another one of those moments where Abby's like sitting at the table with a fork and knife and just looking around at her companions and like, this is so weird. I'm used to being the weird one at a table full of humans, and then I met these guys, and now I'm the weird one.
It's like I can fit the entire crab in my mouth, like long ways. Just no stretching or nothing. Just horror.
You okay there?
Because your mouth is like this.
You okay there, Kat? Something happened.
Took a bite of pizza and then imagine Axel just fucking
Just like,
Just a little claw sticking out of the mouth.
Okay.
this like Muppet-sized mouth is just like.
For this nice, super wholesome moment of all of you getting food and enjoying each other's company without killing stuff, everybody gets an inspiration point.
Yay!
Yay!
I think you all inspired each other.
Now I have one. I did not have one before.
It's really good, Abby. I appreciate it.
There's yeah,
Have a
the
ginspiration point.
the fresh ingredients included butter, so you had butter with your steamed crab.
Ooh,
Ooh.
nice.
Nothing
Well,
like some good
Abby's-
drawn butter on crab legs.
When Abby was cooking, could I do a once over around the place and rescue any lanterns that are left that are intact?
Yeah, let me check. There are none.
Oh,
I didn't need to
Oh.
look. I was just being a dick.
I'm like
sad.
axing the place to pieces and burning it.
I thought
Abby
most
is
of them were
cooking.
upstairs.
Yeah,
didn't even
but
know the
they were
zombies
like
got upstairs.
they were like smash and
Axel is
destroy.
Harvesting vast quantities of crab.
Oh, since you're looking around, actually,
Mm.
you guys didn't check everywhere. And you go around.
I
on
check now for lanterns.
All right, you go on the outside where the garden was and stuff. And there's like the vineyard and the trees outside. Oh, I have Roll20 up somewhere. You find it. There it
Puts
is.
more effort into finding lanterns than she does finding
Okay.
people.
So you see this garden out here?
Ooh, okay.
You guys took some of the vegetables from there, which we'll say is like green beans and radishes and stuff. And Abby
Okay,
added that
cool.
to the meal, so you guys get a nice balanced meal depending on what you all are. I know the Sahuagin is definitely carnivore, so you didn't eat any of the veggies. But I think everyone
It's
else
this
is
crunchy
omnivore.
red thing. It's gross.
But
That's a beet. Blah.
Bryn, you're not Bryn, sorry. Katie, you see a lantern that is unlit up on the wall up here. And you go up to go get it, and as you go up to go get it, I need to roll initiative with you.
Okay.
Everyone else is inside and just having a meal.
Yep. That tracks.
I just
What
rolled
did
a
you
D.
do?
I just rolled a D12.
I think she pulled an Abby.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna go first.
All right. Well, I'm gonna roll and roll 20. So plus.
Rip.
Yep. I know. 16.
Rip.
Oh, hey, actually, that's not that bad.
16. Oh boy. Yeah, you definitely go first. So you are
Yay.
not surprised. Actually, wait.
I might be surprised.
You might. I think you're surprised, so they would go first.
Yeah. My passive perception is a 12.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what's attacking her.
Okay.
Makes sense.
What you know from Tranquil Sea. Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
Hmm.
The vines on the
God,
side of the
no, from
fort
Draco's
reach out and they
God
grab
damn
at
it.
you.
Whoa.
Oh, we should have seen that coming.
Yep. Yeah.
There was a
should've.
druid that lived here, and it was assassin vine wine.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it.
They had to get the assassin vine from somewhere. I thought it was a fucking lantern that was fighting
yeah.
her.
Well, I thought that they had
That would've
gotten
been
like it was a
poetic.
mimic or something or whatever that was here.
I was
Alright.
thinking a
Makes
willow
even more
wisp.
sense that it's assassin
I'm pretty
vines.
sure the only two that hit you for these 4 attacks was a 21 and a 24.
Yeah, those will hit me.
Okay.
Mm.
So, like, pretty much the whole wall of vines just, like, whoosh, goes to grab at you. And you're able
Whoa.
to avoid some of them on your legs, but the ones on your arms get you. And they constrict. And you take a total
Ow.
of 22 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled.
Ow. Oh, this
Each
is
arm
no
is
good.
grappled. While you are grappled, you are restrained. And since you go next, you immediately, the vines themselves, like the thorns, poke into you, and poison courses through your veins. And you take another
Ow.
42 poison damage.
Oh, whoa!
Okay.
And it's your
hang
turn. That was at the beginning of your turn.
Wow.
on.
Ah.
They weren't kidding when they said assassin.
First thing I do is yell, ah!
You all hear that, definitely.
Abby drops whatever she is holding. She doesn't care if she's still cooking and is running her little
Okay.
legs off.
Katie, that was no action.
Yeah, I
Scream's no
hope
action.
so.
It's suddenly a scene from Backdraft where all of the firefighters hear the alarm go
Yeah.
off in the middle of supper.
Mhm.
Everybody books, chairs are
Yep.
flying, utensils
That's
are
exactly what happens.
So, am I able to get my short sword out, or
You
am I
are
just
restrained. You will need to get out of the grapple.
gonna fudge? Okay, what do I gotta roll?
Acrobatics or athletics?
Acrobatics
all-
it is.
I'll
Is
say
it
at
4 rolls
disadvantage.
or just one?
I'll say it's at disadvantage because you have a lot of vines grappling you right now.
I am burning the advantage I got,
That's fair.
and I'm rolling with a straight roll.
Oof, here's the hoping it works.
That bard, thank you, bard.
Yes, that bard.
All right, plus that. Did that work?
Ooh.
19.
All right, you are able to get yourself out of these vines with your action,
I hit
and you
the
see
ground.
more of them animating and moving towards you.
I look over my
Move
shoulder.
away, move away.
I'm like, holy crap. I spend a key point.
hmm
I am going to step
Oh.
of the wind.
The vines were coming from here and here and here and here.
That entire fucking tree.
Yep.
No,
Oh,
behind the
no.
trees, on the walls.
That's even worse. That's
All
so
the walls are all assassin vines.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I use my step of the wind to use the disengage action because I don't know if these things can swab me as I go.
They
And
try
then
to.
I run
They try to as
I
you
run
disengage.
45 feet
1, 2,
away
3,
from
4.
them.
So you get here.
Am I out? Do I think I'm out of their reach?
You hope so.
Oh no.
I'm like, I look down and I'm like, you know, all those little tiny pinprick bleeds are just dripping. And I'm just like, usually my skin has this nice, you know, like tan to it. I think I'm very pale at the moment. And my breathing is not good.
Yeah, you're bleeding because these thorns just
Mhm.
prick the shit out of you. And
Oh, yeah.
on their
So-
turns, you see the vines like start to kind of follow you, but they are about like 20 feet away when they retract back to the wall. And no one needs to roll initiative because I'm assuming Katie's not going back that way.
I mean, as soon as I see they can't reach me, I just stand there for a minute and then I go,
But everyone else, what are you guys gonna do? Because she screamed bloody murder.
I squiggle out as fast as I can squiggle, which means I'm still the last one there.
Okay, so you all would see her standing where she is, catching her breath, and she's just like bleeding and stuff.
They see me go,
I see you fall over.
boom, and just hit the ground and like shut my eyes.
Wait, what?
I can cover 30 feet.
I'm just lying on the ground with my eyes shut.
I will immediately go to lay on hands and give you like a shot of like 15 points.
Do I see the assassin vines?
No, you guys don't see any threats at all.
What happened, Katie? What happened? Did you see the zombies?
Okay, before I answer Abby, did I get my lantern before they attacked me?
No, you were
God,
starting up
Katie.
the. You didn't even get up the
No.
stairs. You were going
Alright.
to start up those stairs.
All right.
My doctor said my lantern.
I point at the lantern. I'm like, I want that. I wanted that. And the garden tried to eat me when I went
Are
to
you
go
fucking
get it.
serious?
Yeah, hold over there.
I
Tried
wondered
to
where
eat
the
me.
assassin vines came from. That
Uh-huh.
answers the question.
Can
We-
Did you never think about the fact that we were finding assassin vine wine downstairs?
And then Josul, a oil lantern goes ding above your head as you realize, oh, that's why the druid made us speak to plants scroll.
That makes sense. He used the speak with plants scroll to speak with the assassin vines. And he
oh
would just
Fantastic.
regularly use those to speak with the vines and make wine out of the ones that were either unhealthy or didn't make it.
it's
So this
just
is
so
probably an entire garden of various vegetables that we somehow managed to avoid the vines getting.
Josul, you still got a bunch of those healing potions?
Sure do. 6 of them.
well. Hey, how far away do you have to be to use that floaty handy thing?
I'm
got
looking
it.
that up now.
I have a much better idea. How about this? And
I
I
could
walk
think-
over and I begin casting firebolt.
I like to think Sekald is the furthest away of everybody. you just see him on the other
Absolutely.
side of the garden. I'm good.
He's just like out here, like, nah, I'm fine. Like, you guys could stay over there. I'm gonna be over here on the path, far away from that whole nonsense.
I mean, I'm not exactly an upfront fighter, but there's a reason I can stay a hell of a distance from anything.
Yeah.
Well, let me put it this way: if not for
Let me see here.
because I didn't have 8 anymore, right?
No,
Because it's the next day.
Mm-hmm.
it lasts for 8 hours.
Okay, so no.
It would have been well after 8
Yeah.
hours.
Okay, so
Well, hang on. Wait, is it dawn again? I thought it was night.
No, it's nighttime right now.
no, it's the next. Oh,
Yeah, so during that morning, we woke up, we got on the boat, we went to town, we slept during the day. When we woke up in the evening, I cast aid before we got
Oh.
on the ship.
right. But now it's morning and we were eating breakfast.
No, it's not
right?
morning. This is
Oh.
the middle of the night when you guys.
This
are just,
is the middle of the night.
Yeah.
We're having
Our sleep
breakfast in the middle
schedule
of
is
the night.
completely fucked.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Gwen
say.
decided to
I'm
go
gonna say.
fucking lantern.
I'm gonna say it was near the end. It was like the last hour or two of those temp, but you had those temporary hit
Okay.
points.
Well, so here's the thing: had I not had them, I would have had 2 hit points at the end of that attack.
Oof.
I had them, so I had 17 hit points. But oof,
Yeah.
that almost killed me.
Yeah,
That's
I'm gonna go
why I
ahead and
collapsed.
fireball the assassin vines to death.
Okay, roll to hit.
Yeah.
Josul doesn't even need to get near the assassin vines, and he can use range ledger domain to pick up the lantern. Because it's unattended,
Okay.
right?
It doesn't matter because you have the thing. You can retrieve an object in a container worn or carried by another creature. Even if it's holding
Okay.
onto it, you can still swipe it.
Nice.
So 17 for the bolt.
Okay, so you go to hit them, and you hear like the hissing of the fire and stuff. The vines don't make like a noise. They don't go like "Eek," or anything. But the vines themselves, you actually see them move away from the burnt spot, and they all seem to be moving away from it. You don't need to fire any more of them. That was more of like if you would have rolled low enough, I could tell you how agile they were. But they have an armor class of 13. So as you continue firing at them, they actually very slowly, at 5 feet around, are moving away from you. They're trying to get like up on the roof and around and get away from you.
I mean, honestly, if they're on the roof, they're not really gonna hurt anybody.
How much damage do you do?
18.
Okay, you burn a little bit of it, then it just keeps moving, and you keep burning a little bit more, and you're noticing at this point that you won't be able to completely eradicate it before it gets out of range of sight.
It's fine. They don't all need to die. I got the lantern anyway. I say giving the lantern to Kade.
I take
Okay,
the lantern.
Everybody watch out for the vines.
I hand Katie a scroll, a potion.
You notice some of
Be
the
like, we should
some of the
get
vines
inside.
started to have like little fruits grow on them that were blood colored.
I'm guessing that's what he made the wine out of.
Oh no!
The fruit from the assassin vine. That
They're
would be
not
what he'd
fruit
make
from
the
the
wine.
assassin vine. They're fruit from Katie.
Well, that's what the
Oh!
assassin vines use to make the fruit.
Ew! Who would do that? Ew!
Josul holds up one of the
They
bottles of
grew
assassin
right
vine
now.
wine. Josul holds up one of the bottles of assassin vine wine and goes, "How do you think the druid made this?"
I take a dart. I never use my darts. I take a dart and try to hit the bottle with my dart.
Roll to hit.
Josul puts it away quickly.
Let's see. if
Roll
I-
to hit, and Josul give me a
Dart
sleight of
versus
hand.
wine bottle.
All right,
All right.
let's see.
So it's her hit against your sleight of hand.
What is my to hit with my darts?
What's my
plus
sleight of
that.
hand?
Okay.
Oh man, your sleight of hand, you're never gonna hit it.
24 to hit.
Ooh. But I don't know. Josul's pretty good.
Damn, 24 sleight of hand.
Seriously?
Ah,
Wait, let me make sure that's right. That might be wrong. That might be low.
We have a +4 proficiency bonus.
now I want to
Okay.
use my inspiration.
It is 24, and I am going to burn my inspiration to make it not break.
Oh.
Do you want to burn your inspiration to hit?
No, I'll let it go.
Okay,
I
because
watched
I
the
would have
dart
done
sail
something
past
really
it.
funny where the dart would have went like tink and it wouldn't break, but the dart would be stuck in it.
No, I
Can-
watched the dart sail past. I'm like, oh crap.
Can I use Mage Hand to take the dart and stab the fruit?
Most of the fruit is gone because it's on the
Yeah,
vines
we can't
themselves
see it.
as they crawl
The
up
vines
onto
are
the
crawling
roof.
away.
Yeah.
They're like, ah!
God, I love hate assassin vines. They're the
All right,
best
I'm gonna
worst.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lead
They're
Katie
terrible
back
and
into
awesome.
the building and maybe be like, we should maybe try and get some kind of rest.
I mean,
Okay.
For
it
you.
looks like we're probably not going to be bothered tonight and going to have to take the fight to them. I think they got the point.
Yeah.
You're also thinking if you were able to get these plants to move for you, they probably would have been very good defenses against the zombies.
They probably would have been. If we had
Yeah,
been able to talk to them,
unfortunately.
we probably could have used them to defend the fortress.
Yeah.
That would have
But we
made the
didn't
evening
have
a
it.
lot easier.
Druid.
Pity we don't have a druid with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I just said.
So you all get your rests and stuff. What kind of rest? You guys gonna do another long rest, or
I mean,
Mhm.
if there's
If we
time.
Yeah, if we can do that and still get as many hours of
You can-
daylight as possible.
you can only get. I'm remembering now. You can only get one long rest every 24 hours. At least the benefits of a long rest.
I'll take a short rest and just try to get some hit points back.
Okay, you can take as many
I
short
have
rests as you
6.
want.
Well, I have 6 out of 9 hit dice, so I can roll those.
Knowing that his wine is safe as long as it's in his pocket. Josul continues to break the place apart and take debris and stuff and keep the bonfire going.
You do notice that some of the assassin vines did have seagulls in them.
Have
They
what?
got seagulls. in them.
Oh,
Yeah.
seagull. Okay.
But in the next morning when it's daylight, if you guys go and check, the vines went back to where they were. You notice it's actually a pretty nice area, kind of like in the shade, and it's out of the way. Very easy
Makes
to
sense.
avoid them.
Right. Unless, of course, you're running after a lantern.
And none of you are botanists, but you're thinking maybe they don't like direct sunlight. They like to be in the shade a little bit.
Ah, okay. The shaded plant makes sense.
Mhm.
On the lower half of a tree or the back side of the
And
wall.
those disgusting red pouch things in the morning turn into orange flowers. They look pretty.
Gross.
Can I take any of those for alchemical reasons?
I mean, if you want to risk trying to get it.
You
Mage
can
hand?
mage hand it. I can steal it from them.
I
from
can.
I
here.
mean, that's
Yeah,
like
you
trying
know
to
it's being
mage
carried
hand.
by another sentient or a living thing.
Yeah, that's like
Ranged
trying to.
legerdemain, I can steal the gold out of your pocket.
So you can
Just
steal.
sword
Soul
out
might
of
be
your
able to
So
do
you
it.
can-
Yeah. I
So
would-
you can steal someone's arm, because that's essentially what the flowers.
not so much-
Providing I'm able to
it's
take
not
it
so much
off.
somebody's arm as like a lock of hair.
That does beg the question, though. I
Still.
have to ask: can you steal somebody's gold tooth?
No.
If it
I would
comes
say
out,
no because you need to have enough force for it, and it can
if
only
it's loose
really
enough to
work
come
by
out, sure.
I'll say the mage hand. You wouldn't be able to mage hand flowers and stuff off of it. For the same
gotta
okay.
have
for the
more
same
force.
logic
Okay,
as
wait.
you're taking off a part of its body.
Wait. One of us uses mage hand with a pair of shears or scissors. The other one uses mage hand.
Mage hand can't be used to attack.
It's not an attack if it's using a utility
It's
item.
a creature.
It's
It's
still
a
considered
creature,
an
though.
attack. You're cutting it.
True. It is a creature. It's like trying to take out somebody's eyeball.
Can
Also-
we use our javelins?
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, just throw a fucking dagger at it, Josul.
I could use my
Pin-
ranged ledger domain with my dagger
Pin
to
the flower
kind of
to
slice
the wall,
it
and
from a
then
range.
mage
Yeah.
hand to take it off. The
All
wall.
else fails, I can throw the trident, and I can just use my bonus action to have it blink back into my hand.
Meanwhile,
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile,
Well, it's-
every druid and ranger within a 30-mile radius is like, Achoo! Ah, wow.
Village
And some
disturbance
idiots
in-
trying to deal with lethal plants. Weird.
Feel the disturbance in the plants. As if someone's doing something that I really don't want them
I
to.
heard a bunch of plants scream and fire, but then it was suddenly
Sounds a great
silenced.
disturbance.
Suddenly fall silent.
Meanwhile, these idiots are doing this. Katie, how you feeling?
So after taking a little rest and, you know, patching myself up, and you see like the equivalent of when, you know, the guys put little bits for the shaving.
Hmm.
I've got all these little dots of material.
Juice all over the place.
Yep.
It was your arm specifically that they grabbed.
Yeah. So there's all these little dots on my arms that I just put over. I got 67 hit points currently. My
Out
max, if I have aid, is up to 81. So I just did it just above my normal hit points of 66.
You're probably a little woozy from the poison, but it's like not anything debilitating.
Mm-hmm. I've been sitting after I bandaged myself up. I'm sitting hugging the lantern.
Yeah, makes sense.
The lantern's
You know,
perfectly
Josul can
fine.
give you potions if you need them.
Brings
Except-
me back up to 10 because I gave away
I'm gonna-
3 out of 12. Now I'm back up to 10 lanterns.
How about
Oh.
11? I hand you my lantern.
Oh, you don't need it?
No, I want to give it to you.
Oh, thank you.
It's like like gold, and there's a place in the middle for.
Ooh, this one's nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend a spell to try and get Katie a little closer to full for cure wounds.
Okay. The next morning, Askern shows up. He's like, "So how did it go? Looks like you're doing all right.
Well,
You're all in one piece, except for her."
Yeah, I killed a ton of zombies. They stayed in the kitchen when I did it.
yep. Mm-hmm.
No, I got attacked by foliage.
I
You gained 10. I rolled garbage, hon.
How much?
10.
That's fine. Thank you.
foliage? You got attacked by
Yeah.
a shrubbery?
There's
I did.
assassin vines in the back.
Yeah.
Assassin vines.
Mhm.
What they were making the wine out of.
I'm not a druid, so I don't know what the heck that is. But I assume it's pretty dangerous.
There's a reason they're called assassin vines.
Yeah, if I didn't feel so inspired by that bard back at the when we had those beers, I might not have made it. I might have been dead.
Have you ever picked a rose and gotten cut by the thorns?
Well, every rose does have a thorn, doesn't it?
Well, my
Imagine
wife,
if
my
the
wife
thorn-
has, yeah.
Imagine if the roses reached out to pick you.
Yeah.
I bet it's
That's
don't
kind of
Except
what
they
the vines
also
did to her.
wrap around your throat. Regardless to say, the undead didn't come back. We're probably gonna have to go to their to them.
So if you could wait a little bit, we probably won't be gone long.
Well, today's a Sunday, so yeah, sure. And he just goes back to his boat, gets a fishing pole, and just starts whistling.
Do we have any good leftovers we
How
can give him?
far away? Actually, we probably do. 'Cause
Just so gives him a trail ration.
You give him trail ration.
Wow! Wow!
Hey, we had like a gourmet
Hey.
meal last night, but here's like a Snickers.
I'm a gourmand. I'm saving the leftovers for me. I'm giving them to him.
Abby will give him some of the leftovers that she took.
Squirrel them away without
Oh.
Josul seeing it.
How far
Sounds
away?
great.
How far away was the Tamarot from here? Do we remember how long we swam for?
Let me find it.
Josul goes to find the little merchant's room.
That's fair.
The not so little merchant's room.
It was 2 miles south.
I don't know how long it takes us to go 2 miles at our speed. Who is the slowest of
A
us in the
rowed
water?
or sailed boat takes about half an hour.
Because I was thinking it might be wise to have him follow us and stop, like, several hundred feet away from where it actually is. That way, if we need to bug out, we don't have to swim 2 miles to get to safety.
Okay. As long as I'm not going in there.
Absolutely not, no. You would be here safely on your boat far enough away that they shouldn't even notice you exist.
Okay.
And when we do that, what is our plan here? I know,
Bring the assassin vines. Throw them on the boat. Question mark, profit.
Ooh. I know, Axel, you and I had talked about both preparing protection from energy so that we could go in so that at least 2 of us could go into that field without taking as much cold damage.
Yes. Yeah, that is what I wrote.
Yeah, the only thing that mine lasts for an hour, but we can only protect 2 of us.
Just the 2 of us. Whoa. That's the sound of Kade falling down from the assassin vines.
I would say probably whoever.
Oh.
And do any of us have resistance to cold damage?
Hi.
Well, I don't know what you're made of. You might. That's why I asked. Okay, so Sekald doesn't need it. Does Bryn have that?
I'm looking right now. I'm trying to find it. It's gonna be like way back.
You know, it just occurred to me. I have a paladin ability that I never tried to use in this situation before. I wonder if I can calm the waters and make them just normal, regular water with my Kade division.
It's worth a try. Can't hurt. Hey, Josul, dumb question. You wouldn't happen to have resistance to cold, would you? To cold damage?
Checks character sheet.
If you have absorb elements, that would help for a specific attack.
Yeah, it helps for a second, not.
Not particularly, no.
Scotty, reading your Eye of the Storm in the Pearl Paladin.
Yep.
It has an action: present your holy symbol and create a calming aura against harmful weather and environmental hazards. All weather within 10 feet of you becomes calmer, negating any penalties or any other creatures this aura would attack have ability checks, specific grows, or attack rolls 4 minutes. Would environmental hazards include that cold aura?
You're not sure. Actually,
Can't hurt.
give me a religion check. Because you're a paladin.
Yeah.
While he's rolling that, what were you trying to say, Bryn?
I can survive in cold environments at temperatures below 0 degrees. That's all it says.
That doesn't help
Okay.
cold damage, though.
I got an 18.
No, but if it's because that's the thing, we don't know whether the cold is a supernatural thing because they're undead or if it's just that deep.
Okay. Axel's going to know the answer right now because of their check.
Okay.
Axel, you're thinking there are areas that have been protected from undead by a powerful clerical spell called Hollow. There's an evil version of that spell called Unhollow. And you're thinking that there's just so much undeath there that it's like an unhollowed area. The channel divinity won't really work with that because it's supernatural. It's not like a natural storm.
Right. And it's not powerful enough to overpower Unhollow.
But you know it's specifically for both Hollow and Unhollow, it's entering it for the first time. So whatever the effect is, usually, if it's like a damaging effect, it's one moment. And then hollowed version, undead have disadvantage. And you have advantage on fighting them. But unhollowed is the opposite.
But I don't actually have access to that spell anymore.
None of us. I'm not high enough level.
No, but
you could cast a scroll of it though if you had it.
You've heard about it from the Pearl Knights during your training. The whole temple was hollowed.
Yeah.
So you probably heard about that.
All right, so those of us who have the fewest, the least ability to maintain damage, I feel like should be the ones protected by the spell. Sekald already has that naturally, so he should be fine. I'm thinking the next of us with the fewest hit points would be Abby or Josul. Does that sound right?
Mm-hmm.
My total, or Josul's total hit points is 45.
Minus
Yep,
42.
Josul. Oh, yep, you too.
Yeah, we're right there in the bottom of the pile as far as the hit point train goes.
I'll say he's sailing the boat there in that direction you're telling him to go while you also discuss this.
Yeah.
Thank God you guys
On your
didn't
way
get eaten
there,
by the vines.
he's like, "Whoa! I think I see somebody off the starboard bow."
Look in that
I go
direction.
look, yeah.
You look and you see. It's kind of hard to tell, but you just see someone underwater, and they seem to be like struggling to try to get themselves to the surface, like they're drowning.
Goddamn, she's stupid. Abby's gonna jump in the water.
And that's where we'll end it for that.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Abby's just dunk to the bottom.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I have the Cloak of Manta Ray. I'm quick as shit. I'm a
She's
little
got the
dolphin.
zoomiest
Yeah.
in the water. Otherwise,
you're-
Josul would have definitely joined because Josul's got the zoomiest after her.
I'm a 211 dolphin, man.
But yeah, so you guys are fairly close, not like super close, but like about half a mile away of where you think it was at. It's hard to tell because you didn't have like a navigation chart.
Cool.
But anyway, so since we're wrapping it up for the night because it's 9 o'clock, sorry to cut off
Yay.
things. We'll do plugs, and I think we will start with the lady who plunged into the water herself, Abby.
Yeah, hi. Wow. Oh, yeah. So I am Kat. I do lots of things on the internet. My newest stuff is that Kevin and I are just now finished uploading almost all of our stuff to our new YouTube channel called Crow and Chimera for our Baltimore by Night Vampire 5th Edition games that have myself and Callie and a bunch of other awesome people in it. And it's super fun. And go check it out. The next episode airs this Monday at noon, so be sure to check it out. And there may be another secret episode happening next week as well. And also, I write things for this 5th edition game of D&D on the DM's Guild, one of which is called Crook and Wands, which is a 5e magical item supplement. It's super cool. I wrote it with our friend Maddie, or Time Patches on Twitter. She's awesome. And the other one is called Birds of Paradise, which I co-wrote with Florian from Poison Potion Press. It just hit Electrum, and I'm super excited. And it's cool as hell. It is a racial supplement for all different kinds of subtypes of Kenku and Aarakocra. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, I think up next we'll do our guest, Bryn.
Hi, I'm Callie or Cap Callie on Twitter, and I do art and I have commissions open, and I would love to draw for you your stuff. My next game is Tuesday, and Jeanette will talk about that probably. And I'm halfway to death, living on a prayer, and also check out Mr. Krin's Valley on Wednesday on this channel. We're not halfway to death, we're there, so check it out. That's it for me. I'm sorry, Scotty.
Katie.
Hi, that's me. Wow, Callie had a rough week there, huh? But you can find me on Twitter at JEBrig79. You can also find me tomorrow on my channel, Uncanny_Adventures, playing Skull and Shackles. I almost said Ghost of Saltmarsh, but that's this game. At 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Call of Cthulhu in the Old West. Callie's reporter, hey, she probably got the scoop. It cost her a lot, but she probably got the story. Who knows if there's more to the story than she knows so far, though.
The story of
But
a
yeah,
lifetime.
that's.
Don't tell me that.
Oh, I'm always gonna tell you that. Come on. But that's what I have going on right now.
Okay. Axel, how about you next?
Get ready for action! Get ready for adventure! Get ready for the next episode of The Quest of the Quantum Rose, coming soon! Now that I've finally fixed my recording set up and can start laying down backgrounding tracks again. So we're coming up on episode 16, and we're heading into the kind of the closure of the first arc. We just laid down the boss fight for Quantum Rose, like for the end of the first act. This past Thursday, we were talking about it right before game. In fact, so stay tuned and see what kind of crazy shenanigans ends up in the dead magic zones as our crew have to end up flying through basically a minefield of leftovers from nuclear or arcane explosions. It's going to be a wild minesweepery time.
Nice.
And that's on my YouTube and on Castbox.
Skull, do you got any plugs?
Tired.
That's a good plug, and can wholeheartedly agree. And
Oh yeah, Saege is in that game, and he kicks out a lot of ass in it.
yeah.
So, come see him crit the shit out of things.
I love my dice.
Last but not least,
So-
Josul.
So glad I don't have Abby's.
Hello.
Stay tuned, because next time we tune in to The Mystery of the Silver Fleet. Won't be one on the 13th, though, because it's my birthday, my 40th
Oh.
birthday, to be precise. So
Happy
it only
birthday.
happens once in a
birthday.
while, once for everyone, at least once. But it's going to be important, so I'm going to go celebrate that. But I won't be having Mystery of the Silver Fleet on the 13th. We'll be back on the 27th, I think. So we'll be back for that. But when we do come back, the party has been tracked to the ring world. They stopped moving. We know exactly where they are now. It's only a matter of time before Mantis Squad closes in.
Ruh-roh.
And we'll see exactly what that means.
Ruh-roh, Raggy, I'm rare. I'm worried.
Only if I could wear my
Concerned.
glasses with those, it'd be even better. But
Yeah, it would be the 27th. I was just checking.
yeah, the 27th, when we have the Mystery of the Silver Fleet, we return to find out what happens after the party saved the haunted ring world as they freed the souls of the millions of trapped victims there from some horrible event. And maybe we'll find out what that event was, because no one knows about that either.
Yeah. So, on that note, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for spending Quackatrons and giving bonuses to the players. They really needed it. Thank you. Thank you, Abby, for rolling really good for the chef stuff. And
I was so happy by that.
Thank you, Sekald and Axel, for doing a little bit of like fishing, scavenging stuff. 'Cause people really don't do that often in 5th edition, and it's nice to see people doing some downtime activities. And on that note, we'll see you all in 2 weeks on the 20th of February. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.